God says, as a believer, one must maintain a normal relationship with God. This is very important. When a person's relationship with God is normal, they will be in a good state. When their state is bad, their relationship with God will not be normal. A person's heart will be in two completely different situations depending on whether they are in a good state or a bad state. When a person is in a good state, they will feel a certain strength in their heart, a strength that drives them to never marry, to follow God to the end no matter how much they suffer, and to remain loyal to God until the end, until death. How does this kind of resolve come about? It comes from a sort of zeal that people possess. Does God find this zeal acceptable? Is this sort of resolve a positive or negative thing? Positive. Does God find positive things acceptable? Yes. God scrutinizes people's hearts. He scrutinizes what people think deep in their hearts and what their state is like there. So, when you express this kind of desire and resolve in your heart, God scrutinizes this too. Where does this resolve come from? Does it come from a person's naturalness and hot-headedness? No. It's instilled in people by the work of the Holy Spirit. That's right. When people live in the correct state, the Holy Spirit gives them this kind of power, which allows them to have that resolve. This is a positive thing, and it is given to people by the Holy Spirit because of their cooperation and sacrifice. Do people ever happen to have this kind of faith on their own? Of course not, right? When people have just a bit of resolve to cooperate, the Holy Spirit gives them such powerful motivation. From this, what do you now see? People must stay with God. Without God, there is only death. People must stay with God. That is true. This is knowledge gained from experience. If you open your heart to God, if you have that small bit of resolve, and are able to lay your heart bare in prayer to God, He will give you this power. This power will last your entire life and allow you to have such deep resolve, and to say, I offer my entire life to God. I will spend it all expending myself for Him and living for Him. It's a fact. This is how people think, and what they want to do. However, if someone follows God and does their duty relying on their own mind, their own thoughts, and their own caliber and gifts, then how much strength will they have? If you don't have the resolve to pursue the truth, then no amount of hard work will cut it. This inner strength cannot be achieved by man. It is given by God. How do people lose this strength? What causes this? When God is no longer in their hearts, this power disappears. When people have this strength, it is the work of the Holy Spirit. It is power given to people by God. It is all God's doing. If your heart is sealed off from God, if you say no to God, and you reject His sovereignty over and orchestration of your life, as well as all the environments, people, events, and things that He has arranged around you, then you will not even have the heart to pursue the truth. When people lose God, it is indeed this terrible. This is a fact. Those who have lost God are nothing. If a person seals off their heart from God, they may even have thoughts of not believing in Him, which they can reveal at any time and in any place. The most terrible part of this is that these thoughts of theirs will become stronger and stronger, to the extent that they may even regret all that they forsook and expended, and regret the resolve that they once possessed and the suffering that they endured. Their condition will be entirely different to how it was, as if they were a different person altogether. How does this happen? If a person can submit to the people, events, things, and environments that God has orchestrated for them, they can live a peaceful and joyful life. If they always try to escape the people, events, and things that God has orchestrated, and are unwilling to submit to the environments they find themselves in, over which God has sovereignty, what condition will result from this? Misery and darkness. They will experience darkness, misery, agitation, constant anxiety, and sadness. Is this not a stark difference? It is. When people live in a good state, it's like living in heaven, right before God. When they are in a bad state, their state grows ever darker, and God remains out of their reach. Living in a dark state is no different than living in hell. Have you ever felt the suffering of hell? Is it pleasant or unbearable? Unbearable. How would you describe it in one sentence? It's worse than death. Right. It's worse than death. Dying would be much more pleasant than living. It is so torturous. You put it very well. That is the way that it is.